All right, so Donald Trump and the Mueller reports. So how does he feel now that everybody has read it but him, probably? So what are we asking here? Not how does he feel. I don't care how he feels. Not right now. Let's say, what does the Mueller report mean for Donald Trump? Because right now, I'm telling you, this is just something else. Man. Impeachment proceedings. Can you imagine? What does the Mueller report mean for Donald Trump? It means this. Oh, mercy. I can't. Lord Jesus. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't collect myself now. Wait a minute. There's no way to pause this either, because if I hit stop, it just stops. Oh, wait a minute. Lord have all the mercy. Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting. I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay, maybe like a 10 of swords or something would come out, something. Death, Jesus. I can't fool with you today. I can't even do it. Put it in the box. Wait a minute. Stay right there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm about to die of laughter. That's what I'm about to do. It couldn't be the sun or something. The death card. It's all dark and ominous. Oh. I can't even. Now I'm tickled, Jesus Christ. What does it mean for Donald Trump? Boom. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, we're gonna force ourselves to move on. Deep breaths. I got my diffuser and everything. Give me some air. Oh, Lord. So the death card means major change. Means transformation. From one thing to another. It doesn't also always mean death, but just major change. This is the thing about change, though. I need you to focus. It can change from night to day, but it's still the same day. You understand what I mean? Like, that's a change. That would be more of like the Wheel of Fortune, or the Earth, not the Earth, what you call it, the world. That's a change. It's just a change. This is a major change. Like, this could go from Wednesday to Saturday. That's a major change. Or Wednesday, May, to Wednesday, September. That's a major change. From Earth to Neptune. That's a major change. From life to death. That is a major change. So, this is not something small. What does the Mueller report mean to Donald Trump? Something big. Not something small. Strength. Strength. The moon. Mystery and secrets. Strength is strength. It's literally strength. Strength and bravery and things like that. Meekness also, which is strength. You know, soft answer turneth away wrath. So there's like taming the beast. That can be seen as two ways. You could be taming the beast of Donald Trump, or Donald Trump being able to tame the beast. This is what does the report mean for him. I think that they have tamed the beast. This is the way they got him. Obstruction of justice. They can't get collusion, just like Al Capone. They couldn't get him on murder, but they got him on tax evasion. They may not be able to get him with conspiring with an enemy state against the United States, but they could get him on obstruction. Do you see what I mean? So there is the taming of the beast, but in a softer way. This is what the meekness comes in for. But it's a major change, because you are no longer this ferocious animal. You are now a kitty cat. So now we have things that are becoming a little more clear day by day by day. The moon card pops up in all his readings, just like the devil, because more things about him and about his dealings, about his life, are beginning to emerge, especially with this report, because that's what we're talking about now. Then you have the Two of Cups, all of his connections. You can't necessarily get them doing something nefarious, but you can get them speaking to one another. And then Michael Cohen places him in other predicaments that are a little more precarious. So, the High Priest and the Moon, crowning and the base, all about secrets and covers-ups. So, this makes perfect sense. This is shedding the light on that. There are still things that they did not get. This is why they couldn't prove the conspiracy. Because the two major witnesses that they needed to talk to, Donald Trump and Paul Manafort, neither one would cooperate. So that's why you still have things that are emerging, because the report even looked like the death person in the thing. Because you got people that didn't cooperate. So you got stuff that is still emerging. And yet you have stuff that you will probably never get to the bottom of. You know, dead man tell no tales. So, the Bond and the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is usually a card of like self-discipline, but it's also a card of travel. So this is, you know, all his, not just connections and bonds, but overseas as well. Because the report does talk about his Russia connections. It just cannot connect him with conspiracy directly. Now, the bad part is you cannot get him. There were too many surprises. There were too many hurdles. There were too many obstacles. The fish coming out of the cup is your surprise. You think you have a nice glass of whatever, and then this fish pops out. So there's your surprise. Your emotional investment was met with something else. That's the bad part. You could not get the cooperation you needed, and now here comes Barr, and then everything else gets corrupted and whatever. Good parts. Queen of Pentacles. You have a solid foundation. He laid it out for them. So, and there was a cooperating woman apparently who also laid out some information for him. Don't know who that is. The Eight of Cups. Donald Trump. From a citizen of the United States. I was born and raised here. A word of advice. Just go away. Just get up out of the chair, wherever you are. Walk over to the nearest person. Or call them to you. I know you're a bit lazy. Call them to you. And said, hey, do me a favor. Tell them I quit. Just walk away. Now, mind you, once you leave office, you know, the gavel shall fall, but just quit. This comes up all the time for you now. Walking away from something unfinished. What does the Mueller report mean for you? Unfinished projects, unfinished business. Trump Tower Moscow, the presidency. There are a lot of things that you just leave unfinished that this report is shedding light on. In the background of that walking away is judgment. That's what this is, this report in the hands of whoever. Everything has changed. I know a lot of people, I've never seen it. I've just gone on what other people said. That they seen a woman taking him down. And then people thought it was Stormy, and then people thought it was Nancy, and then people thought it was Letitia, and then people thought it was this person, and people thought it was, you know, all these other people. But someone is going to render some judgment on what should be done next. And it pertains in this report. So this report may be the catalyst to the ending of your presidency. One can only hope. But there is still a hurdle. And it is people, ideals being aligned. This is a hurdle. You can't get two people to say the same thing nowhere, seems like, in Congress right now. Now, when I seen the Democrats coming in, there was something that they were going to work together on, not just reopening the government, not just no funding for the wall or funding for the wall. They did some little things together, little small things, but this one, getting them to align may be a hurdle. It's not insurmountable, but it's still a hurdle. The good part, or the thing that's going good for you, believe it or not, is the stalemate. Why would they be a good thing for you? It's sort of like the old westerns. How you get a cowboy on this end and a cowboy on that end, and they have this long pause before they draw their guns and shoot, right? Well, and then also in football, there's a thing called stalling the kicker, to where right before the kicker is about to kick the ball for a field goal, you call a timeout, and that ices the kicker. That, you know, makes them a little less prepared. It's kind of like this. It's if we take our time, not long time, but if we throw the word impeach into the air and then we just stop and see who tries to grab it and hide it, that plays to our benefit. If we just throw the word impeachment into the air and then not really care where it falls, that plays to our benefit. So there's a lot of little benefits to just being stuck, just appearing to not know one way or the other. Biding your time also creates anxiety for the other side, who is ready to just get this over and done with. Donald Trump is probably pacing back and forth because he doesn't know what y'all are going to do next. That helps you. Because I've always said this, Nancy Pelosi is trying to goad him into making a mistake. This helps. This helps a lot. A person who is impetuous as Donald Trump does not just sit around and twiddle his thumbs. He twiddles his Twitter. And so when they are sitting there and throwing the word impeachment out there, he is going to just attack it like a rabid dog and say something stupid, back himself into a corner, and then boom, they got it. So they are waiting. The outcome card. I can't. I ain't fooling with these cards. The Queen of Swords is usually my legal system card. It's also, coincidentally, Letitia James, who is the attorney in the SDNY. So that's your outcome. How is this report, good or bad for you? There's a lot more to come. The legal system is going to play out with this card. Impeachment proceedings just may be brought against you for the sake of revving up the Democratic base. He's a criminal. We got him, y'all. All we need to do is not vote him in again, and then we can get him. Well played, Democrats. Now, the Democrats are already, some of them are saying, well, no, we're not going to do impeachment because, you know, their backbone has been lost since the 80s. So right now, things are looking horrible for Donald Trump. Good old death.